Alright, so in this video what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through this example here where I go try to find the minor arc AB, which is a part of the circumference. So that's actually referring to this part here. And I'm also going to try to calculate the length of the chord AB. So that means it's just that line that connects A and B together, which is that line in the blue. Alright, so there's a few things I want to write in first. So the first thing I want to write in is the fact that this is also 8 millimeters. Okay, and that this pink actually refers to that circumference, so I know straight away that I'm going to be using that formula of like a portion or that fraction and multiplying it by the circumference formula, which is 2 pi r. Alright, so let's quickly just get that done. So it's going to be just 35 divided by 360 and multiplying it by 2 pi and r, which is 8. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that into my calculator really quickly. So it's 35 divided by 360 and then timesing it by 2 times pi times 8. And that just becomes 4.88 millimeters. So make sure you're putting units in there as well. Alright, so the next one is going to be the actual chord itself. And what's really important here is that you're kind of like, well, I can't really use any of the formulas I've talked about before. I can't really do the area of a triangle because I'm not looking for an area. What am I going to do? But what you'll notice is that I've actually got two sides of a non-right angle triangle. There's no right angle in here. All right, and I've also got that included angle of 35 in there as well. And I need to find an unknown side. So if you've looked at my previous videos, we would have done sine and cosine rule. And so it's kind of like, well, I can use one of those. And I know, based on my knowledge of knowing that if I've got three sides at an angle, I could actually use the cosine rule. Alright, so the cosine rule, for those who have forgotten, a squared equals b squared plus c squared. Take 2bc cosine a. Alright, so remember this a, the side has to be opposite that angle a. So if this is a, this is lowercase a, b and c. Alright, and b and c are the same, so it's basically squaring itself again. So it's a squared is equal to 8 squared plus 8 squared. Take 8 times 8 and multiply that by cosine 35. Alright, so let's keep going. So 8 squared is 64. 64 plus 64 is just going to be 128. Take away 8 times 8, which is 64, and timesing that by 2 is going to be 128 again. And then after that, I'm going to do the times by cosine 35. Okay, so after this I'm just going to square root everything. So I'm going to go square root right there, and then I'm going to solve it. So I'm going to put into my calculator 128, take 128 times cosine 35 and just doing the square root of that, and I'm going to get 4.81 millimeters. Alright, so they're pretty close, but not exactly the same. Alright, hopefully that helps. I'm just going to go through another example in the next video. Thanks, guys.